think it's called Splatoon. Hello, welcome to BitterCon 2015. We're only 9 minutes late. Steph, do you remember? This is Lirio, by the way. Steph, you're
This is
you.
Stephanie, yes.
And right now we're the only BitterCon attendees. This is like our very own private preview night, kind of. So do you remember if panels always started on time or if they were ever a little bit late or getting
I think
started?
they always start on time.
It's really quite amazing that they did that, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to many shows. I've been to many performances, and nothing ever starts on time, right? And
Yeah.
Comic-Con was always very punctual.
Because if if you started getting behind, you could have a mess.
Yes.
And I guess
yeah.
everything was so related. One person. I guess if a celebrity or a person or a person. What am I trying to say? Yeah, if they're late, then that would mess
person.
Yeah, a name is what I'm trying to say. If they're late.
Hold on a second. I'm just going to close the door because I hear the kids playing.
But yeah, if they were late.
Yeah.
If they were late getting out of one panel in a certain hall, then they would be late. It would throw everything off. So everything has to roll on time.
Agreed.
Yeah. But I'm not so bitter these days. I used to be so bitter that I didn't even want to attend BitterCon. But I think I figured out what it is. It's been so long. It's 2011. Since 2011. I've forgotten all the negative things about.
That's the thing, right? There's always amazing stuff, but there's always stuff that's really quite negative. And it ends up being, oh, this is the worst. And it wasn't like that the first 2 years I went.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. I really have no complaints. And then all of a sudden, everyone and their third cousin showed up.
Mm-hmm.
And it became that one time where, I forget if it was 2010 or 2011, where we couldn't pre-register because the line went around the entire convention center just to pre-register for the following year. That was really bad.
I think that was 2010.
Yeah. That was 2010. And that was the first time there was like, wait a second, what's going on? Because the 2 previous years, you just show up. There was no line. You pre-registered for the following year. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
And now they don't, and they stopped doing on-site pre-registration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, let's see. 2010 was my first year, and it was magical. It was wonderful. And then 2011, that was when you had to get up at 4 a.m. and go stand in line to pre-register.
Yeah.
When you're like, I could be using this time to be in line. Like 2011, I feel like I didn't do anything. I didn't see anything. 2010, I saw pretty much what I wanted to see.
2011 was a lot of waiting in line. It was also the year where I tried to manage family, and 2010 was the year of family and Comic-Con working out really well, and 2011 was the year where it didn't work out well at all. And so it was less of a fun time for me. I mean, that's more of a personal issue, I suppose. But I remember for me, like, that was one of the big negatives. I miss the feeling. I miss the feeling of waiting in line with friends. I miss the camaraderie.
2011, we were all spread out. I mean, I was in line for hours and hours and hours by myself, with nobody to talk to.
So I'm just posting what I think is a link to let people join the thing, because Chris was wondering how this worked. Yeah, we'll see how that works. Let me try this here. Go to a different browser here and see if this works here. Yeah. So yeah, we were very, very much spread out. At 2011, it was less of a centralized thing for the quote unquote gang, I suppose. Are you still there, Steph? Yeah. Sorry.
Yes. I'm sorry. I was making sure
Yeah.
that I posted something that BitterCon was going on.
Yeah.
So, do you think you'll go back?
I'm not sure. I think the way things are right now, and the way
Well, you could, when your children were very, very small, you
yeah.
could go and it wasn't a big deal. But now your kids are involved in things, and now you're doing more of the family thing.
Yeah.
So.
And that's a really important thing, right? So there's this whole we have a Comic-Con here every year. Now we actually missed it this year because they were in town when we were out of town.
Uh-huh.
That's really quite nice, and it does have a bit of that feel of there's an exhibit hall. No, there's an exhibit hall, people in cosplay, people taking pictures. I mean, really, that's the thing, right? Like that's the thing that really makes Comic-Con kind of special is everyone kind of just doing things that you wouldn't do otherwise, right? Under like normal companies. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that is not very different. The panels aren't as impressive. The autograph lists are fine. But it's also the kind of thing where if you're going to do a local one, then be prepared to have fun at the local one. And what's great is that we can
Hey, Chris.
Hello. Did that link work, or did you have to do it some other way?
I didn't see a link. I just went to Google Plus and found you.
Awesome. And you were able to join without any issues?
Yes, I wish my computer were louder though. Unless, oh no, it's my headphones. Hang on.
Hey, man, you have volume on your headphones.
Yes, they got a variable resistor or whatever it is that just funny. I'm meant to be Hello, I'm meant to be writing about a press gang episode, but I'm doing this instead. So I'm gonna have to rush. I'm gonna have to rush that in the morning.
Watching it for the first time.
Yeah, I was watching it too. Morgan came in and said, "Mom, what are you doing watching a '90s British kids show?"
Because it's awesome.
Are doing it.
It's that kind of evening, is it, Illyrio?
Yeah. I have mine, but it stopped making noise, that one.
Oh no, my battery is knackered.
Well, it happened to me as I knackered it myself. The batteries are fine. It's that, I don't know if you remember, you used to have the secret sounds.
Yeah.
The secret sounds were actually the shorting out of the circuit board.
Oh yeah, if you do it enough times.
I shorted out the circuit board.
Those ones.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm pointing it up here like the microphone's near the camera.
I know.
Terrifying.
That's great. So, welcome to BitterCon. I think
Hello.
I think it's time for us to discuss news from the not so BitterCon, the sleepless con, the body odor con, the waiting in line for 4 days at All H con.
I've never been at all because I've never been to the US.
True. So, what has happened? Have we had news?
There's a Doctor Who trailer that people are going crazy about.
Yeah.
With Massey Williams in it.
Yes, but again, I don't watch Game of Thrones, so I don't care who that is.
Ah, yes. She's quite charming.
Yeah, she's a cute little girl.
I would say, and murderer. Cute little murderer. Assassin.
She has a murder list.
She has a hit list.
I'm enjoying seeing Steph's ceiling fan.
Yes, I asked her to turn it on so it could be more Lynchian.
Nice. Have a look at my lights. Hold on.
Oh, lovely.
There you go.
Have a look at my wall of nerddom. There we go. The wall of nerddom with all kinds of ridiculous things. There's my autographed picture of Nicholas Brendan. Right there. That's a friend of mine did that picture of John Locke. That is a 20 € note autographed by Eccleston, Smith, and Tennant.
Wow.
I have a Claire Lafar. I have a couple of Claire Lafar drawings.
Uh-huh.
There's Audrey Horn, and there's Big Ed and Nadine. And then over here, we have a freshly installed it today, whiteboard on
Oh,
the
nice.
wall with all kinds of things on there, like the potential cast hotline and such. And over there, I have some non-nerdy things. I have a big red button on my wall.
What is that multicolored poster right behind you? Hey, Will.
Hey, Will. That is the crazy history of Apple devices.
I've always wondered what that is.
Someone put put together a list of Apple devices from their beginnings to I think the iPhone is the latest thing on there, and then obviously they've released other things. Yes, so new Doctor Who trailer is one thing, one bit of news. Have we all seen it?
Yes.
No, not yet.
Not yet, Will?
Once.
Will, I do recommend that you watch it at some point because there's a pretty awesome reveal of a guest star at the end.
Ooh,
Oh.
let's see.
And your audio or our audio, Chris? I'm wondering,
Uh-oh.
Let me see. Does this work? Does this work, Chris? Can you?
Help me.
Maybe Chris is going to reconnect. Yeah, there's a pretty awesome guest star reveal at the end. Hopefully Will is watching it now because I really want to talk about it since Will is someone who does watch that show. And yeah. Any other news?
I watched the Bill Murray panel. It was
great.
great.
Yeah, the whole thing? I watched, I think you posted a link to a YouTube video, right?
Yeah, I think it was just 20 minutes.
It was just about 15 minutes of it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was great.
Hello again.
Hey, you're back.
I can hear you now. Sorry, I didn't realise I was mirrored. That says I've lost audio. If I'd known, I'd have drawn it backwards.
Actually, we can see it properly. It's only mirrored to you, so that when you are doing head shakes and pointing, it actually functions like a mirror, which I think is actually a brilliant thing Google did. As compared to everything else about this interface. I complain about this way too often.
Google never did this. They didn't do this. This thing.
What's wrong with that thing?
It's the only... you can't... It's completely proprietary and it's really annoying. It doesn't do anything. It's reversible. It doesn't...
It's lovely.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay, you could do that and that. Well done. Fantastic. It doesn't do anything that a micro USB couldn't, as far as I can see.
Yeah, it was gonna do other things, and then that all got blown out to I don't know why. It just happens.
Yeah, so how's the stock?
How's the what?
The stock is it still going down?
It's going down a little bit, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's a problem when all of your manufacturing happens in a country that has quite literally blown itself up over the last week. Financially speaking. Do you guys know what happened in China, financially speaking?
No.
I know this is BitterCon, but I have to talk about this. So the Chinese stock market was going up. You know, stock markets go up, they go down, they go up. And companies, people, but especially companies, were taking out loans to invest in the Chinese stock market.
Okay.
So that when the stock market crashed this week, or last, now you have people who have stock that are worth less than what they borrowed that they now owe. So, welcome to some kind of strange form of capitalism, China. Don't worry, they'll just print as much money as they want.
Okay, so who is Maisie Williams supposed to be?
I don't know! I am hoping she's River Song. I also hope she's not River Song.
I have not heard anything online. Off the top of my head, I came up with 4 possibilities.
All right, let's go. Let's hear this.
Everyone's going to try, and I reckon they're all red herrings.
Okay.
It can't be any.
Can you come up with 4 possibilities?
Okay, Ramana.
Yeah. Oh, 5 possibilities, and they all have
Is-
the word regenerated in front of, which may help.
So Ramana for me is the only one I can really think of because that's the one I really like. And then the Corsair.
Okay, 6 possibilities is getting better.
Yeah, but for me, Ramana or the Corsair, I think, are the only two. Hey, Robin, have you watched
Hey,
the
Robin.
Doctor Who trailer?
Oh, man.
He doesn't give a toss.
Okay, because we're talking about the fact that there's someone in it.
Baby.
My thought.
Oh,
My
hello,
thoughts,
child.
and
Yep.
these are not these are not my theories. These are just
Okay.
what I assume everyone will say. River Song, the
Yeah.
Rani, Jenny, the Doctor's daughter,
Oh yeah.
or Susan Foreman, the Doctor's granddaughter from 1963.
Oh, Susan! Oh, I just got goosebumps.
Because she says, "What took you so long, old man?" Because he left her stranded on Earth in 1965 and in 2165, or whenever the Dalek invasion of Earth was. And it's down here somewhere.
Susan. Oh, I hope it's Susan now. I've been a Romana guy forever and ever. But man, if it's Susan, oh, I'd love this.
Dalek invasion of Earth.
Dalek Invasion of Earth. It's so good, everyone.
It is good.
It's so good, so good.
Miserable as hell, but great fun.
Yeah, very miserable. What's one of the reasons why it's so good?
Yeah.
It really is miserable.
Can I see that anywhere? Do I have to buy it?
You can buy it on iTunes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or
I
you
think
could,
Yeah, your options are basically buy it or don't buy it. If you see what I mean.
Okay.
There's no streaming
ask your
option.
uncle about it.
Yeah.
Ask who?
No idea.
Your uncle.
Uncle
Oh,
Nefarious.
okay, my uncle. Yes.
I got so much Apple stuff. What's going on?
I don't know, man. You should buy more so the stock goes up. No, that's not how
No.
that works. That's not how that works. Yeah, so the Doctor Who trailer was cool. Anyone else think that Capaldi's hair was a little unkempt?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
what I was thinking. Needs to be cut.
Oh, it's massive hair. I like it.
It's almost Pertwee proportions, which I really liked.
I can't help but feel that's deliberate.
Yeah, and have we seen him rocking out before?
No.
Jamie.
Oh,
Hey, Jamie.
hey, Steph.
This is fun.
This is a lot of fun. So
Robin is just muted.
yeah, I think it's because he's got kids around him and he doesn't want to bother us. So you know what? This is all good. We're not recording a podcast. We're just kind of chilling and hanging out.
Just watch.
So Doctor Who trailer, very cool. Bill Murray panel. Steph, you said you watched the video that was online there?
Yeah, they've made a movie, Rock the Casbah.
Yeah.
They went to Morocco, and he just went on and on about how wonderful Morocco is and how inexpensive it is, and how they're. I guess he was saying they're nice to visitors.
Mhm.
What have you, and Zooey Deschanel and Kate Hudson were all in the movie. It sounds like it's something about like a washed-up rock star.
Washed Up Rock promoter is what I gathered,
Okay, yeah.
and basically it's a Bill Murray movie.
Yeah, and I will watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Bill Murray. I don't know. Every single time he's been on David Letterman, I've really enjoyed him because he's kind of ridiculous and laid back and awesome. I don't know.
Yeah,
I really
laid
enjoyed
back, not arrogant,
it. God no.
funny, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's not a movie star. He just does what he wants to do.
Mhm.
Like they say he has no agent, and so
What? Oh,
you know,
come on.
he played the mayor of Pawnee, and they said that Amy Poehler wanted him the whole time, and so finally, like in the finale, they got him to be like the corpse of the mayor of Pawnee, just laying in a coffin.
That's hilarious. Excuse me. Need to get a bottle opener.
Great.
Will, have you seen anything that's caught your fancy?
For Comic-Con?
Yeah.
I know I just watched the first thing, the Doctor Who trailer. Vegas. Oh.
Oh, Vegas. Will is the master at losing his phone in Vegas and finding it.
I know, and thanks to Christine, I
I
found
know. That was the best. That was the best trip, man.
I
That was
think I
awesome.
lost my phone in casinos twice in like 2 different cities. So, uh,
It was really great. Cheers, everyone. The one thing that I saw that really caught my eye, from the exhibit floor anyway, is how subdued all the Star Wars stuff is. Just kidding. Oh, they are really, really, really going at it. You could pose on the speeder bike. Saw a couple
Nice.
people Instagram that. There are all manner of toys. There's a giant display with that new speeder thing that looks like a fudge sickle on its edge from the new movie. That's what I think it looks like. It looks like a fudge sickle with stuff on it. And yeah, so all the Star Wars stuff. Because, I mean, you guys remember Comic-Con, those of you that have gone, that there's always Star Wars stuff. There's always a Star Wars presence, right?
yeah.
And I can only imagine how much bigger it is this year because of the movie coming out. Which, in case you haven't heard, there's a movie coming out. It's the 7th Star Wars film.
I'd still had react to that news. Oh my god!
Star Wars! Star Wars! Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the movie. I'm expecting. So, are they going to be like the big draw at Hall H this
Oh
year?
yes, I think people will be camping out for that one most definitely.
Yeah. Does anybody have the schedule on? I meant to get the schedule, and then I was upset. I got distracted by hanging up a whiteboard and watching Press Gang. Which I'm not finished the episode, but I'm loving it big time.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, I'm halfway finished.
I still haven't written the synopsis for it. I'm going to have to do that tomorrow instead. So
That's
you may be
good.
waiting for me, Lyria. But anyway, enough
No
of that.
worries. It'll be fine. I have to go for a run tomorrow anyway, so. Hey, the program schedule. Boom. Because I'm always curious to know what's in where.
Trying to check out what Jamie's got. Something sort of Babylon 5-esque.
Oh, that's a
it's
$5 bill from Canada.
Nice. Every 5 is a Babylon 5 for me. That's for you, Will.
Seating in all event rooms at Comic-Con is on a first-come, first-served basis. Because of the sheer number of attendees, simply having a badge does not guarantee a seat in programs and events. Yeah, that's something else. You using the Comic-Con app, Robin?
The Google Hangouts app.
Oh, I
Something
see.
Something about Google Effects. What
There's all
does
kinds
this
of stuff
do?
Exhibit hall? No. Where's just the Hall H schedule?
Oh, H.
Oh, dear.
Come on, guys. Hall H. I'm just wondering when the Star Wars thing is. 'Cause I'm assuming that it's going to be the biggest one.
Is that under 20th Century Fox?
No, it'd be under Disney, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What are you looking at your place, Steffi?
Huh?
What are you showing now?
It's part of her ceiling.
Is that a bookcase, though?
Yeah, it's my.
It's an upside down bookcase and a ceiling.
Okay, it's probably going to be Saturday, right, guys?
Yes.
There's a Lucasfilm tomorrow.
Yeah, but that can't be them.
Special look at Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Oh,
Where's that? On Friday?
Yeah.
really?
5:30 p.m. Kathleen Kennedy, J.J. Abrams.
There we go.
Ooh,
That's it.
That's
Hmm.
late.
Hall H. Oh my gosh. Tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific, it's the world premiere of Scooby-Doo and Kiss Rock and Roll Mystery.
I hope it's as good as Scooby-Doo WrestleMania Mystery with John Cena.
What? Oh my gosh.
You've not seen Scooby-Doo Rock and Roll Mystery with John Cena and
No.
a bunch of people who are already no longer in the company, like I think Alberto Del Rio.
I've been watching so many Scott Steiner videos on YouTube the last 2 days. Because I've completely forgot about him, and then I was reminded, and I was like, oh my gosh. So does this go to the next day? Where's the day thing? I just want Hall H.
Our local baseball team's gonna have or had Hacksaw Jim Duggan there recently.
Oh no!
Nice.
Really?
Yeah. Stadium's like 2 minutes from my house. They had him there.
Was he vertical at least?
Yeah, he was.
Some of these old timers have a really hard. Was he wearing those sweatpants?
That I don't know. I didn't make it to the
Because he
game.
wears those sweatpants all the time. Yeah, poor Hacksaw, or Jim, or whatever his name is. So, hey, those of us that have gone before, did any of you guys attend the masquerade?
Do what?
No.
You know, the actual cosplay competition.
No, I've never attended that.
That's something I always wanted to do, and then I just never did.
Yeah, because you're too busy doing other things.
Other things, yeah.
I always miss those. Even at the local cons, I always seem to miss those somehow.
Now, I have seen the show on like Sci-Fi, the cosplay shows.
Oh yeah.
That are, they're very written, and it's all made up. It's not a reality show, but it's interesting to see backstage of those competitions.
Caitlin is watching us. Hello, Caitlin.
Caitlin.
Yeah, I've always wondered how many people do the masquerade for the cosplay competition, but who don't walk around the exhibit hall. So, because my thought was always, I'll just see them in the exhibit hall because that's where you see everyone in cosplay or outside. And I often, and I'm wondering, well, maybe some people don't do.
Yeah, maybe some people that's all they do. They just come there just to compete.
Yeah.
And it takes up their entire time.
Why is Hall H not in this list? Yeah. So I'm expecting a lot of stuff out tomorrow. More stuff. I think
Today was Con Man.
Oh yeah.
I saw the trailer for that.
The Alan Tudyk and
Nathan Fillion.
Oh! I've been out of touch for a while. I was not aware of this.
Oh yeah, it's like a spoof of Firefly, or going to cons. It's like inspired by going to conventions and the interaction with the fans.
I see. Con Man. Very good.
Yes, it's gonna be funny.
Yeah, I've heard recently that Galaxy Quest might be on track to being a TV show or a Netflix show or something.
Okay.
And that was very kind of Comic-Con-y before Comic-Con, right? I know it was mostly a parody of Star Trek and Star Trek conventions, but that was very con-like.
Con!
Well. Exactly.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Yeah, so news-wise, okay, so did everyone see the Sherlock teaser?
Yes, it looks wonderful.
It
delightful.
Are they going to explain this, or are they just going to do it in Victorian and that's what we get and we should just be happy that we're getting it?
Is it a dream? Is it what?
If they end up explaining it, Right, and I'm not convinced they will explain it because part of me is kind of hoping that they don't explain it
Uh-huh.
and they just kind of present it to us as if it's Victorian and that's it. But if they do end up explaining it, it'll probably be Watson at the end finishing typing it up or something. Is what my guess is.
Watson what?
Typing it up. Like he's the one writing the
yeah.
story, and at the end of the episode or what have you, we actually see him, control S-ing on the keyboard, instead of hitting the big carriage return lever.
I wish I gave the slightest toss about Sherlock as a Moffat guy, but I made the mistake of watching it. And
Oh,
it really
you don't
put me
enjoy
off.
it?
Sorry?
And you don't enjoy it?
Oh, I don't enjoy 90-minute episodes that could
Really?
be shorter.
That's
I'm not a big
interesting.
fan.
Yeah, I'm
Even if
a
they were
really
just
big fan of Sherlock.
two-parters, that's fine.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I really enjoy the whole 90-minute thing and how it's so long and how it's so kind of, I don't know. I like the pace. I like how slow it kind of is sometimes. I really enjoy that. Are they having a presence at Comic-Con this year? Do we know?
Who?
Sherlock.
Yeah, the panel was today. It was Moffat and some producers.
Sue Virtue? Sue Virtue?
I think so. Maybe that's her name.
The missus.
The Misses. That's weird. Why am I not finding it on the searching? The Comic-Con website is terrible. It just is. It's just the worst. Yeah, so Sherlock trailer teaser, Doctor Who teaser trailer, Con Man. Anyone hear anything interesting about preview night?
No.
Anything kind of really interesting premiere at preview night?
They did. Somebody got to see they did the Supergirl. They actually showed it last night, I think, I heard.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Interesting how Supergirl kind of leaked and no one's really talking about it. I thought the trailer was cool, and then I found out it was on CBS. And for some reason, that's now kind of turned me off. I'll watch a couple episodes, I guess. But I thought
hate
the trailer was
CBS
kind of
shows.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm surprised that it wasn't on the CW. Like, why wouldn't it just be done there? Where that's where all the cool comic book shows are.
I
At least it's not on NBC, though.
I'm sorry, Jamie, you were saying?
So at least it's not on NBC. They don't support nothing.
I'll be honest, you guys. I have not. Oh, Robin, I'm not singling you out. We can go back to Supergirl a little later. But I have to tell you guys, I don't know what's on what networks anymore. The very few shows I do watch, my uncle gives them to me.
Hey, speaking of your uncle,
yes.
Did your uncle ever find my request I asked for?
My uncle has yet to look for it because my uncle's DVR works again.
Okay.
So he's actually just DVRing it now. So we'll see if my uncle can get to it. My uncle is a big fan of True Detective and has yet to watch episode 1 of season 2. So my uncle's a little bit backlogged, but I have not forgotten your request.
Okay.
I don't know what time anything comes on anymore except for Game of Thrones. That's about
Yeah.
Cause I don't watch anything live except Game of Thrones these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still pay attention to networks because I don't watch anything on NBC. I don't watch anything on ABC. I don't watch anything on CBS. I watch the CW and I watch Fox and cable networks.
Well, there was a Game of Thrones panel today. Oh no, that's tomorrow, 2:30. That's in so Hall H tomorrow has Walking Dead, then a show about being afraid of the Walking Dead TV show, Game of Thrones, Brave New Warriors.
Is that a
Oh, that's a panel featuring several male heroes from various TV shows. You know, I'm glad the male heroes are getting some time because we've never had enough male heroes with
Yeah,
their own
there's
panel.
such a minority.
Whose idiotic idea was it to have a male heroes panel?
I just assumed it was a TV series version of the Warriors.
Yeah.
Just
Warriors!
carry on coming out to play forever.
About to play!
For 13 episodes before they get cancelled.
That's right. I mix my blondes. Don't judge.
Yeah, I dropped a link for you, Illyrio, over in the chat.
There's a chat?
It sure is.
How can I access such a thing?
On the left, press the blue thing, and then look on the right.
Oh,
for the
there's
chat.
a blue thing, dudes. Did you guys know?
Blue thing.
Top left.
Holy
left.
crap. I've been missing a whole bunch of stuff. There's a link here. Do it.
That's where Robin's doing all his business.
Oh, there we go. Hexa. Oh, that is not a current picture. Way to shittily use layer masking, Photoshop guy. Seriously, Chris, you should show that to your wife. She'll vomit all over it.
She is a journalist, but she doesn't really use Photoshop all that much. Oh dear Lord!
Right?
He's got an outline.
Yeah, I know.
His flag is fading into nothingness.
Yes, the layer masking was terrible. They used a gradient in the layer mask. Hey, Robin, I haven't been ignoring you. I've been seeing little speech bubbles over your little rectangle here.
Oh,
yeah. So I've been looking at those.
I
don't ignore Robin. Robin is not one to be ignored. So Brave New Warriors is then followed by Lucasfilm. So they're only spending an hour on Star Wars.
I can't believe that.
Oh, and then Kevin Smith gets like 3 hours or something. That's great. Saturday.
He's still a thing. I can't believe he's still a thing.
How? Yeah, I remember seeing him talk that one year, and it was really great. But he was actually also promoting that movie Someone and Someone Make a Porno.
Zack and Mary.
Zack and Mary Make a Porno, and it wasn't as awesome as the year previous when he was just chatting. I really like everybody just chats. Oh, guys, Saturday is the day. We get Warner Brothers with Batman v Superman: Dawn of Just Ice. And the Suicide Squad. And then there's Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. What is that?
Oh, that's been something that's been going on for years. It was
19th century aristocracy with a terrifying zombie outbreak.
It is literally what you think it is. It's a retelling of Pride and Prejudice with zombies added to it.
It's kind of like that Abraham Lincoln zombie killer.
Oh, I see Matt Smith is in it. I'm glad he's getting good work. Quentin Tarantino's The Hateful Eight. Okay. Has there been anything other than the teaser trailer for this movie? Because I'm really intrigued.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, but I really want to see it.
I want to know everything about this movie. I think Quentin Tarantino was the perfect person to do a Western with violence and awfulness.
Yeah, they say the whole cast is going to be there, all 8 of them.
Oh, wow. The Chris Hardwick gets some more Hall H time after that. Women Who Kick Ass panel. Awesome.
That's always a good panel.
Oh, and they actually have a woman hosting it this time. Good on you, Comic-Con. Gal Gadot. Gwendolyn Christie. Haley Atwell and Kathy Bates. Nice.
Ooh, Kathy Bates. That's what I love about Comic-Con.
Yeah.
You see somebody like Kathy Bates who where else in the world are you going to see Kathy Bates live?
My favorite panel ever was the one in Hall H where it was Terry Gilliam talking for an hour about his Parnassus movie, and it was just he was sitting there chatting and eating Hershey's Kisses the whole time, and playing with the rappers and stuff. Like you there's all kinds of people show up from all kinds of things, not just the regulars.
Well, our first year, the Red panel, Helen Mirren was there.
Yeah.
where, I will never, oh, so lucky. I was just so lucky to see Helen Mirren speak.
Yeah. That was the year you and Christine and Des took over Media Junkyard, right?
Yeah.
At the bar? Yeah. I think there's still video footage of that if you guys want to see Drunk Steph hosting a show.
Gosh.
It's fantastic.
Gosh. I would be much better now.
After Women Who Kick Ass in Hall H, it's Dark Horse, an afternoon with Joss Whedon.
Yeah.
Hey,
He's only doing 45 minutes.
Hey, that Dark Horse, and they're going to do some talk about Last Airbender, some Korra stuff, and one of the writers is actually, I think it's Brian's coming out with a new comic book, Thread World.
It's very cool. That's really cool, actually.
So.
20th Century Fox is doing... Oh, they're doing an hour 45? Fox is playing... So 20th Century Fox is doing something they don't want to talk about. What do you think is going to happen there, guys? It's a classified panel.
Was it too early for X-Men? I don't know.
Well, they're still in town here filming. I have yet to see...
Deadpool?
Oh, Deadpool!
Ooh.
That would be really great.
Scream Queens? American Horror Story? Minority Report? I'm not sure. Am I reading the right thing? Okay.
Minority Report?
Yeah, they're going to turn it into a TV show.
Are they?
This is television.
I'm not sure what channel, but I know I've heard them talk about turning it into a TV show.
Yeah.
Okay, here we are. I'm at the right place now.
There's a Men of Cosplay panel.
Yeah. Oh, and Sunday, Vampire Diaries, Supernatural, American Horror Story, and Scream Queens. Heroes Reborn, guys.
That's right. All that crap I got in Raleigh all these years about Heroes is back.
Yeah. Hey, guys, remember when Heroes was like the greatest show ever, and then they screwed up their own first season finale?
Yeah, and then it was downhill.
It was. Listen, I'm not going to deny it. It was.
That was that exact point, wasn't it? Like, great until the penultimate episode of the season.
Yeah,
until
it was
the
Brian
last
Fuller.
2 minutes. It was the last 2 minutes of the finale of the first season.
But presumably that was my now. This is probably nobody's news, but like Tim Crane wanted to have a different set of heroes like each time.
Yes.
And the network said no, don't do that because people like these characters, and so the end had to be changed from the exact thing it was leading up to, exactly like the end of Homeland season 1.
See, I stayed vested with that show the whole time and everything, and then got caught all this crap about still watching it. But I enjoyed it. I'm one of these. If I get into a show, I try to stick with it to the end. I got on the Flash bandwagon from the beginning. I jumped on Arrow late, and thoroughly enjoying both of the shows. I think they're well written and grab your attention.
Yeah.
Heroes, if you miss one episode, you'd be so confused you wouldn't know if he was coming or going.
Yeah. I will tell you this. I think everyone has the right to like what they like. I think anyone giving you a hard time was simply giving you a hard time because Heroes fans were so, see, Lost fans, this is great, we're getting answers, and there was this kind of rivalry between Lost viewers and Heroes viewers. I was watching both shows because I really enjoyed both shows, and I'm telling you, Heroes was fantastic up until that one point, and I was so offended. It was insulting to me as a viewer. That's how I felt about it. That last episode, the way it ended, I was insulted by that, especially when you bring out some nice salad with goat cheese. You bring out a lovely French onion soup. You bring out a lovely a bit of pork sirloin with a lovely potato and a side of everything is great, great, great. And then for dessert, you're gonna bring out a Jello pudding pop.
You're right. You're
I think I did start to like some of the stuff it began to do again later on once it had got over it, but it took a while to get over this rug pulling of the original plan being thrown out the window.
I still, to this day, believe that the writer's strike kind of screwed them over too a little bit.
Yeah, that whole thing was
Brian Fuller leaving.
Yeah.
I'll say I
screwed over a lot of shows like the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Yeah, I'm a Sarah Connor and a Dollhouse fan, so I'm well aware of a writer's strike fucking up series.
And Veronica Mars.
It's something that me and Jay were talking about earlier before y'all got here Friday about, to this day, watching Lost the way me and Connie did, trying to cram in 6 seasons before we come back to Raleigh last year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still don't think I enjoy the show as much as I should because it was just so much so fast.
Mm-hmm.
To where we've been watching Arrow, and I guess it's less complicated. It's complicated, but not as complicated as Lost was. And I don't mean it's bad, but I've enjoyed it more than I did Lost, but I guess because it's not been so much so fast. I mean, it's not over complicated, I guess what I'm getting at.
Pacing is a really important thing, right? And one of the things about Lost that was frustrating as a live viewer, but I think helped, is that the anticipation for the next episode and the anticipation for the next season kind of really helped the show. I think if it's a show that you're going to binge watch, I don't think it's going to be as good because because it has so many moments of, why aren't they talking about this? They just discovered this thing. Why aren't they talking about it now? Why are we spending a whole episode not talking about it? Why aren't these two characters talking about this thing? And when you're watching it live, I think it's easier to kind of forget that they're not talking about the most important thing that's going on.
Wasn't like one part was like a year and a half almost between a season, or it wasn't in a pretty extended period of time?
There was the season of the writer's strike. They did 6 episodes, and then there was a break, and then in January they came back with a bunch. I think that was season 3. That was the Sex in the Cage season.
Yep, man.
Spoilers.
Season 3, all right. Fish biscuit.
Fish biscuit, baby.
I think you figured out your complicated gizmo.
So today in the Ballroom 20 was James T. Kirk autobiography, CBS lineup that doesn't include Supergirl, Extant, Limitless, Scorpion, Under the Dome, and Zoo, Sherlock, MTV's Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf is the greatest.
Yeah, I need to get into that, says the guy with no time.
Yeah,
oh, guys, tomorrow is the panel I would boo at. Inside the Big Bang Theory writers' room.
What does that mean? Does that mean there's no cast, so it's just going to be writers?
That would be kind of neat, actually. Falling Skies, The 100, Minority Report, Marvel TV. Oh, that's cool.
Ooh.
The original.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., though.
Tomorrow, as Robin already mentioned. Justice League Gods and Monsters. What's Justice League Gods and Monsters?
It's probably another animated movie.
Cartoon?
Yeah, it's the super. It's kind of a cute DC animation on YouTube, but it's really hardcore. And the Superman in it is like the son of General Zod or something like that. It's really weird.
And it's on YouTube, you say?
Yes, in tiny bursts. It's dark as shit.
That's really good. Saturday, Ballroom 20, Once Upon a Time.
That's still on?
TV Guide Magazine, fan favorites. The Simpsons.
What? That's still on?
You know I stopped watching ages ago.
What?
I have no interest in watching that show. The Simpsons. I don't know. I've had my...
Now, we kind of, I don't know if I watch it, but for a while there, it was every other episode was, it felt like the old days.
Yeah.
And then the next episode would just none of the jokes were good.
Mm-hmm.
And it just felt like a big waste of time. But I've kind of fell off, but I think my husband still watches it.
Then there's an hour and 45 minutes of Seth MacFarlane.
Ugh.
Grimm. Grimm is a 5th season?
Yeah.
My mother loves Grimm, let me tell you. The originals and Grimm, that's my mother's jam.
Then Outlander, and then Hannibal.
Oh, the Hannibal.
They only got 45 minutes.
Oh,
And then 3 hours of HBO presents the Comic-Con International Masquerade. That's when the Masquerade happens. Cool. None of our friends are going to be there, I don't think. Yeah. That's pretty cool. You know, I'm reading this stuff out. I'm like, oh, this would be so awesome to see and go to. And it's like, I remember how much fun it was and how much awesome there was at Comic-Con.
Yeah, I mean, one of the greatest experiences of my life, I think, after getting married and having my child, was seeing the very first Walking Dead panel.
Yes.
That was so exciting. I'm the first person to see this.
Mm-hmm.
Which the show was a big letdown, but at least...
Well, the first season wasn't.
No, it was
The
great.
first season was fantastic. And then someone decided, let's stretch this sucker out, right?
Yeah, I blame Michael David for me about giving up on the show, because he said, man, this first part of season 2 is just horrible. So I deleted it.
Now,
Jamie. They marathoned it, so I called it.
You deleted that yourself.
I don't know. I deleted it off his suggestion, because it was horrible.
Robin, what do you mean, WTF did I just start listening to? Robert Kirkman stretched it out. It's still going.
Robin, don't you have a diaper to go change?
I mean, I don't know.
I think he just came back from that.
People love The Walking Dead, and I don't know. To me, it wants to be lost and character-driven, but it just doesn't have enough character. Enough well-written characters for me. It leaves me just wanting so much more.
Steph, you're lucky Connie's asleep. I think she'd have to disagree with you, but she's tired.
Yeah, I mean, my husband, he loves it, and I watch it with him, and that's probably the only reason I'm still watching it, but it just, I don't know, it makes me wish that it was deeper.
I gotta tell you guys, I have a hard time with any show that expects me to watch more than 13 episodes in a season. I think the 13 episodes are less model is fantastic. I think it really gives you the ability to concentrate your work and to really put out some quality stuff. What's that? Gangsta.
Sister.
We should combine those two and have Press Gangster.
Hang on.
Do it. That's gonna be hard to do, man. Nice. Press Gangsters. I love it. Why didn't we call our podcast Press Gangsters?
There's still time. There's more to come than has passed.
Oh, that's awesome. Subconsciously, I think maybe we should do it.
You've watched the fucking episode then, have you?
Almost. I still have about 10 minutes left. There has got to be a lot about Comic-Con that we absolutely were surprised by as attendees. Steph, what was the thing that surprised you the most about Comic-Con when you went?
Was it the smell?
Wait, what? What surprised me the most?
What surprised you the most? What was the most unexpected thing?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Go ahead and let me hear your answer so I can decide what my answer is.
What surprised me the most was the camaraderie. I was not expecting that.
Oh, yeah.
I really was not expecting how...
We're all in this together.
We're all in this together type feeling.
Yeah.
Until, of course, the stabbing, right? And then that was kind of like, oh my gosh, what happened? But Comic-Con was for me, this place where everybody knew exactly what was going on. It dawned on me that first year, or where I didn't really know anybody, and I went down all by myself, all by my lonesome, and figured I'd meet a couple people, and it was essentially me and about 12 other people charging our phones on wall outlets in one of the hallways behind Ballroom 20. And we all kind of looked at each other at one moment and were like, yep, we're having a good time. And we just kind of just sat there. And it was a really great feeling of everybody's here, everybody's tired, everybody's feet hurt, everybody is fed up with everything they've just seen because it's overstimulation. But boy, we're really happy to be here. And boy, nobody's going to yell at each other. No one's going to complain about people saving a seat or saving a spot in line.
Yeah, because everybody does it.
Cool about it because everybody's there to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Robin Hudson tweeted or put on Facebook or something a while ago. Talk to people around you, because she realized by doing that that she was in the wrong line. And you have to all work together. It's a system that you all have to work.
Yeah. Absolutely agree. And you know what? People talk about that smell. I never noticed it.
Me either. But I don't have a good sense of smell.
Oh, it was there.
Really?
I noticed it.
Robin, did you steal Tony Stark's headphones?
Yeah, I believe I have an arc reactor in each ear.
Wow, that's very impressive.
At least you're not an agent, though.
Oh, I just realized I'm wearing my 2009 Burn Notice
Nice
T-shirt.
Was that the panel where Bruce Campbell was paying people for their questions and comments?
Oh, I saw the end of that one. Yeah.
Oh my God, they're gonna be. I think they're gonna do a full trailer for Ash versus the Evil Dead tomorrow.
Nice.
I'm really looking forward to that, like big time.
I don't know if you guys already talked about it.
Nope. Go for it, Robin.
Oh well, Bruce Campbell put out a GIF just showing the car racing down the road, and that was it. That's all you get to see.
That's fantastic.
So that was exciting.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I think there's some images of him all suited up, you know.
I wonder if they're going to put that computer stuff on him, like they put on Arnold in Terminator Genesis.
Computers?
You know, they put a computer cream, so it makes them look younger. The computers can take the aging out. I have not seen that movie. Will, did you go see it?
I've seen it twice.
That's all right.
Yeah?
And yeah, it's pretty good. It's not. I mean, I don't think they'll ever recapture the excitement of the first two. But I put it above Rise of the Machines and Salvation.
I put it above Salvation.
Who directed it?
Alan Taylor.
Oh.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones? Okay.
Yeah.
For the Dark World.
Yes.
Oh.
Huh.
And it features Matthew Smith.
Matthew Smith, not Matt.
Matthew.
What?
There must have been another Matt Smith somewhere.
There must have been another Matt Smith with a SAG card.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody saw on Facebook I posted a link to Red Letter Media's Science Man Explains Terminator Genesis. And I love everything those guys do. They do a lot of really funny stuff. And their review, their movie review show is called Half in the Bag. And they reviewed Terminator Genesis, and then they added this thing on. It's just hilarious. I don't know if anybody is adverse to spoilers right now. I want to mention something. I haven't seen it, but I need to ask a question of those of you that have seen it. Does anyone mind?
Let's go for it.
I've seen it.
So, at what point do you know that John Connor is a Terminator?
Oh, that's not a spoiler. That's in the trailers.
Yeah, but in the movie, right?
Oh, maybe I would say 2/3 into the movie.
Okay, so
It's
2/3 into the movie,
spoiler.
you actually understand why he looks that way in the trailer.
Yeah.
But were you spoiled on what it was in the trailer?
Yeah. I mean, I figured it out. Yeah.
Okay, so you figured it. Okay. Yeah, I guess I wasn't paying close enough attention to that. But yeah, that's got to be a weird thing.
And seeing him hanging on the bottom of the bus as it's flipping over and stuff, it was like, yeah, he's a Terminator.
Yeah, which is interesting. Salvation was terrible.
I just don't even remember that movie.
Well, you must remember because you were in Montreal when you watched it.
Oh yeah. Oh man,
we had just come back from filming the Media Junkyard on a boat video.
Oh, then I was baked. I was in the sun all day.
Yeah, and then we watched Terminator Salvation. Remember, we had gotten tickets for an earlier showing, and we got back late from the filming on the boat, and they managed to still get us tickets for the thing. I didn't know they did that, and it was okay. Right. I remember it being loud, and I remember going, "Who the fuck is McG?"
I probably nodded off during it. I don't think I've seen it since the theater.
Well, good for you!
I deliberately rewatched it like 2 days before seeing Genesis, and I enjoyed it more than I did before, but I didn't enjoy it much. Mm-hmm. Because it's just dour, there's no fun in it. And like, the Resistance have got big frigging aircraft hangars and huge underground bases and things like that, rather than being a load of people living in a corridor, which is what they are in the Terminator.
Well, it wasn't it Christian Bale's fault that it was a mess because like John Connor wasn't supposed to be in the movie and he forced his way in.
He was, as far as I understand, he was. Anyone correct me on this? He was meant to be the Marcus Wright character or something like it. And he was like, no, I want to be Connor, like the guy. But Connor was meant to be this mythical figure that you weren't meant to see properly, like they do in Sarah Connor Chronicles really well. And then
I'm waiting to rewatch that.
And someone was a Terminator, and it was meant to be a surprise, and it was in the trailer. In Terminator 2, someone was a good guy, and it was meant to be a surprise, but it was in the trailer. There's a long history of this.
Yeah.
Marketing people do not care if you enjoy the film. They only want you to buy tickets.
However, the new Ghostbusters team, there's a picture of them in their jumpsuits in the chat, if you want.
What? Clicking now. Clicking. Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to fight a fire, or maybe like wave traffic on. I have to see it to either approve or disapprove of it.
Yeah. I don't see it. Where's it at?
There's a link in the thing.
So they're going to do road work.
Or like sanitation.
Well, there's so many holes in Central Avenue, we figured nobody would notice.
I don't know how to get to this place.
I'm going to tweet it at you.
Oh, I didn't see the Acto 1 picture. Apparently there has been that as well. Oh, crumbs. That's quite nice.
Yeah.
Steph, I'm going to tweet it at you, okay?
Tweet it, okay.
Oh, isn't the Echo 1 like a Cadillac station wagon or something?
Yeah, if people haven't seen Acto 1 either, like I hadn't until just now, there you go. It's the second link that I just posted. That should cheer everyone up.
What?
Yes, a Cadillac, isn't it?
New Ghostbusters car revealed.
But that's from like 3 days ago, so it's not news. It's just that I haven't encountered it. So it's news to me.
Spoilers.
Looks good.
There's a car in the movie.
Yeah. And it's called Ecto 1. I don't like the fact that it's called Ecto 1.
It should be Ecto
2.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, yeah? Okay, so do we know what the plot of this movie is? Are they going to...
bust some ghosts?
No, I mean, sorry. Do we know the origin story of these Lady Ghostbusters?
I'm guessing I'm trying to work out if it's in a universe where the events of Ghostbusters happened. The fact it's Ecto 1 would seem to suggest not, unless they get the number plate put over. Or whether it's kind of, you know, a brand new start. Who knows?
Okay, so this is not necessarily a sequel. This could literally be, hey, Venkman, stop hitting on those guys that you're researching with, and let's do some serious science.
I would be amazed if they had like similar surnames, like if they were meant to be the same characters but redone.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if this is going to basically be, oh, this is the first time there have ever been Ghostbusters and they just happen to be women. I would kind of like it to be the Ghostbusters have been discredited and these four go in and try to take it up again. That's what I'd like to see.
I hear it's a reboob.
All right, and with that, so Robin, did you say you were going to bring some games?
Oh, that's tomorrow. I just thought I'd stop in and
tomorrow
say
is day 2 of BitterCon. We'll have games. So we talked about news, we talked about some panels, we talked about some trailers. Anyone hear any rumors?
I haven't listened to the Mac in a while. Anybody want to mute me anytime, go ahead.
No, it's okay. Speaking of, okay. So I have Landslides in my iTunes library, okay, by Fleetwood Mac, and I recently subscribed for free for 3 months to Apple Music, and they have this section called For You, and one of the playlists that they created for me literally is called Music to Cry To. And it was like, wait a second, are you trying to tell me something, Apple Music?
It's 3 hours of The Winner Takes It All by ABBA. With the video.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was hilarious. I'm like, wow, this is a real playlist that they're suggesting to me. That's hilarious. And, of course, Landslides is like the first song in the list.
There's only one landslide. There's only one. It's a single.
There's only just one? Okay.
Yeah, it's just the one.
I hate you.
I have like several versions of Landslide on my phone by different artists.
So Will has landslides.
He does. So he has more than one.
It's supposed to be landslide in one country and landslides elsewhere, like maths. And Legos.
If you've heard it in the past, it's technically a landslide.
Nice.
No, wouldn't it be a landed slide?
Oh.
I think we're barking up a wrong tree.
I think so. Comic-Con, BitterCon. Okay,
yeah, this isn't bitter enough.
The thing.
F all those people.
What about the rumor? What about the rumor that next year you'll be able to buy a remote ticket to Comic-Con where you could literally just sit at home, like we are all doing, and watch all the panels just streaming?
Oh, I do that every year. It's called YouTube. It's just not streaming.
I do too. You have to Google some things.
Anyone hear of anyone periscoping panels this year?
Oh, I bet they've really cracked down on that.
Yeah, because I went onto Periscope yesterday, and you can search by stuff geographically, and there were absolutely no periscopes around the convention center in San Diego.
I think they warned them not to.
Yeah, I suppose.
I keep thinking that Daryl is sneaking into Jamie's house whenever his screen comes up. I'm like, oh my god, Daryl's in the background.
You what?
I keep thinking Daryl's sneaking in behind you.
Oh.
It must be a poster back there. Yeah, look. He's in the fucking mirror.
Well, I know I was watching, oh my gosh, you guys, watch Conan this week because he's at the Balboa Theater, and last night it was hilarious, and they gave away some kind of cardboard virtual reality glasses thing.
Oh yeah, Google. It's called Google Cardboard. It's a thing made out of cardboard that you wrap your phone in.
Yeah.
And it works on Android or iOS, and you get the free app, and when you look through this thing that basically looks like a ViewMaster, but your phone is inside it, and you get to do some augmented reality and virtual reality stuff in it. I need to order my cardboard. Can you actually just download an outline, like a pattern, and print it out, and then just cut it out yourself, or do you have to order the thing?
Sounds like it's something you could do yourself.
I could have gotten one for free a few weeks ago, but I skipped the event that I got invited to.
Was it Google I/O you were invited to and you didn't go?
Yeah, well, it was eBay. The Portland office was having a
Okay.
screening of Google I/O. And I got invited to come sit and watch with them.
Well, I know on Conan they kept saying, "Is this legal? Can we do this? Is this legal?" And so the first thing I thought of is streaming live, periscoping, or is that against the rules of Comic-Con?
Most likely.
Yeah.
But you know, I am the guy that that my first year at Comic-Con at the Doctor Who panel when they showed the trailer for the upcoming Christmas special, I recorded the whole thing and uploaded it that night on shitty hotel Wi-Fi and got in one day 65,000 views.
Oh.
So I didn't think twice about that.
In a strongly worded letter?
No, nothing actually.
Really?
Still on that account, one of the it's like the highest viewed video on that account. I find it hilarious. But yeah, it's it was like, oh, this is gonna be awesome, and I didn't even realize what I was doing actually, which is lame. But I think the fact that I was at the DoubleTree in Little Italy, or near there, and the Wi-Fi was so bad, the upload speed was so bad that I neglected to think. Although I had lots of time to do so, I neglected to think, is this okay? Am I going to get sued? And it was just, I want this to upload. I want this to upload before I have to leave tomorrow morning. And it actually uploaded. Yeah, that was 2008 was something else. That was a long time ago.
It was.
That was the Dharmalars were still going on. There was all kinds of awesome stuff happening there. That was a very, very, very cool year.
I think Trivia War had a panel.
Trivia War did not have a panel, but Trivia War was a thing. In 2008. Feedback.
I still hope someone will use the feedback sound on the feedback section. Sounds like some feedback.
Yeah. I think I have that somewhere.
To prove I listened.
Thank you, sir.
I've still got the bumper sticker somewhere.
Here, wait a second. What am I doing BitterCon without pulling out my?
Whoa!
I have my collection of buttons. Here, carry on. Carry on while I get my collection of buttons here. Where's my button?
That was a close one, guys.
Yeah, pulled it out. I was about ready to turn it off.
Oh, shush you. Still have some of these left over.
Those potential cast.
Those are potential cast buttons.
Better give them away now.
I thought it was your stash.
Oh no, I haven't had a stash in years. It's turned into a goatee.
Dear Lord.
There we go. Are they here? You guys really need to just chat about stuff.
No.
We're having too much fun watching you grab stuff off shelves. Also, I've got crisps.
Here's a good one. Here's one.
Oh, nudie.
European. That was gonna be a thing, remember?
What a name.
Yeah.
Nudia.
I guess it was the name.
I wrote a couple things for it.
I don't have the other ones here. Oh well. I have a giant Trivia War pin.
Oh, nice.
Great.
I don't even think I've seen a pen.
But it must be somewhere else. Oh, there it is. No. Yes, here it is. Boom.
Pen or pin? It was pin. Yeah.
Pin.
Oh, nice.
Right there. Baby.
It's a good logo.
There we go. Where are all my pins? They're in my pin box.
This is fascinating.
I know. I have a pin box. It's true. But yeah, these are the kinds of things that the Comic-Con leads to. Sorry, Will, go ahead.
Oh, so I have a sonic screwdriver I got at Comic-Con.
Our sonic screwdriver's in Morgan's room, and I'm not going in there and unlocking her door.
Oh, because you are a sane individual.
Don't let her out.
No.
Yeah, don't let her out. What are these? Oh, man. Oh, this is a classic, you guys. Pop spotting.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Right?
Actually, I was going through my Facebook stuff today because there was a whole thing with this new news feed or whatever, and I noticed that I was like, oh, pop spotting, I like them. And
Yeah.
I wanted to check to see when their last post was or what.
Does this look familiar to anyone?
Is that a Heroes thing?
Yeah, it was the little lapel pin that they were handing out, but nobody was identified as heroes, and that was before season 2.
Oh, wow.
And so we got like a kind of cool thing before they revealed that in season 2.
I'm actually rewatching that right now. I'm just about to start season 3.
Season 2 is actually good.
Yeah, it's shortened. It's good, but shortened. And if it wasn't for the David Anders, I don't know. David Anders is always awesome.
Oh, I've been looking for this drill bit for years. It was in my pin box. Yay!
Oh
I'm
my
gonna have a
god!
bunch of
I found
Randy
a plectrum.
Randonopoulos pins too.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. They had their second child, didn't they?
Yep.
Great. Hey, you guys. I'm going to jump off. I've got to get up early in the morning.
Cool. Well, you go ahead and go save some lives.
Hang on.
Or
It
get
is
kicked
early in the morning. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Roundness of the planet. It's nearly 4 a.m.
Yeah. You're just getting warmed up, aren't you?
Take care, Steph. Nice
All
to talk to you.
right. Bye, Chris.
Night,
Bye,
Steph.
guys. All right. So next week, Wednesday or Thursday?
Yes.
Okay. I'll let you know.
Both.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
I'm all excited. My guest spots are coming up soon.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to help you guys close out the old series.
Oh yeah.
Potential cast is coming to an end. Whatever will I do after that?
There's
3
always
seasons
Yip
of
Yip
Angels.
Pardon?
So there's always Yip Yip again.
There is always that. I know. Yeah. Yeah, so as it stands,
I thought I'd just
none
have
of
to
us-
say, I'll grab a DVD as a kind of like joke suggestion, and I can't get it off the shelf. Oh, there you go.
Yes,
Hey,
count
the
me
interesting
in.
thing about Boston Legal, my mother-in-law and her partner watched that show from the last series, from the last season to the first.
But in that order.
Yeah.
Nice.
So they watched the episodes from first to last, but the last season all the way to the first. It was completely accidental. It's just that a friend of theirs suggested the show, only had the last season on DVD. They watched it and they're like, oh, I want to watch more. So they watched the one previous. They didn't start watching it from the very beginning. They just watched the previous season and then the previous season and the previous season. I've never heard of someone doing that. I think it's a great concept and someone should do that and podcast about it. Of course.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, nice.
Outro casting.
Or
Reverso casting. Yeah.
reverso casting.
I think there was a blog where someone watched episodes of Lost in reverse order so they could try and sort of guess what had happened before.
Really?
Oh, it was something like that, or it was a way of making predictions. I'm sure it was reverse order. Never mind. But
That's
like
fantastic.
literally reverse
Yeah.
order from the finale backwards.
Wow.
But I can't remember how it was done now. I might have a look for that.
Were they kind of weirded out how in the second episode they watched it wasn't like a Highway to Heaven spinoff?
I don't know. They were too busy going, was that John Piper Ferguson for like 3 seconds with barely any dialogue at the start of that? And it was.
Yep. Because he's in everything.
including the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
And Briscoe County Jr.
He really is in everything.
He's the dude.
Is he
Guys,
the Robin of TV? Was Robin from every podcast?
You know who has a new show coming on Amazon? Garrett Dillahunt. I don't know. I don't think he's the main star, but he's
I'd watch that.
Ron Perlman too.
Ron Perlman,
Yes.
the
Oh,
best part of Pacific Rim. Ron Perlman.
Better than Bern Gorman.
Oh,
Also in
gosh.
Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
Someone just screamed, "No!"
That would be my 12-year-old in his room playing PS3.
He heard me say Bern Gorman. He went, Owen from Torchwood, I hate that guy. No!
Knowing.
No win. Yeah, he ruined he ruined Game of Thrones that one episode.
Oh. It's like, yes, please kill him a lot.
Yeah, kill him a lot.
He had his zippy mouth get on Game of Thrones as well. That's amazing.
I always see him pouting on episodes or commercials for episodes of Turn, AMC's Turn.
Oh, he's in. Oh God, right. I won't watch that on Amazon either.
He's even more petulant and he's got a powdery wig to match.
I just realised that I made reference to a character called Zippy, who you're probably not familiar with. So I'm going to quickly get a picture of Zippy and put him in the chat.
Yeah, we're gonna have to edit this out.
Zippy.
Zippy.
Oh, Hand of God, you say well.
Yeah.
Mark Forster.
It's an Amazon show.
That kind of looks like a. Oh gosh, I don't know. That's disturbing.
Alright, clicking on this picture for Zippy. There's Zippy. Oh my God, Zippy. Was Zippy the inspiration for the Gimp in Pulp Fiction?
I do not know, but many of people have made this suggestion. This is it's classic of British kids TV. We are all fucked up because of this sort of thing.
Zippy.
So do they often like tell him to shut up and like zip his mouth shut and or sorry, they probably said, "Be quiet, Zippy." And then
Absolutely.
zip his mouth shut.
And the guy who did the voice was a guy called Roy Skelton, who did Dalek voices in the 1970s, and he sounded basically the same. I'm fed up. It's my birthday, George. And George was a pink hippo who talked like this, and they were both done by the same guy at the same time. He would sort of go from one voice to the other by doing a noise. It was like, "What's wrong today, Zippy?" "Ah, well, I just, and and then you go, "Well," and then back into the George voice. Fascinating stuff.
My new boss is a British guy with a handlebar mustache, and after a week, I can finally understand most of what he's saying. But yeah, everybody's like, huh, what?
Is it Lemmy? Because I can't understand what he says either.
No one can.
Sorry, amused myself.
It's good. All right. It
Why
is
am I
now
still awake? This is
11
stupid.
o'clock Eastern PM. I'm gonna say it's time for us to get on the bus and get back to our hotels via the shuttle.
Or just
Make sure that before tomorrow's day 2 of BitterCon, you have purchased a sandwich at Subway and it is in your backpack because there is no affordable food at the con.
And how is Chuck going to stay on the air?
And how is Chuck going to stay on the air? Hey, it's 4 minutes and 3 seconds left on Chris's timer.
Yeah. After that, I explode.
Oh, no, shit. But what if you drive 50 miles an hour?
I explode over a larger area.
If you go to Subway, just stay away from Jared because he's into the chop.
Oh,
into the
yeah,
child pornography
Jared. Let's
now.
not talk about Jared. All right, everyone. For those of you that are no longer watching us on YouTube, we thank you. For those of you that are still here, thanks for showing up, guys. This is a lot of fun, and we'll do it again tomorrow.
Somebody's watching us?
There was someone watching us. Caitlin was watching us.
I wish she joined us.
Right.
I guess she couldn't have. I think she was all stampeded out. The Calgary Stampede right now.
Illyria, I hope it'll be sort of the usual time for me tomorrow, but I've still got to write that episode up, and it's complex. There's lots of stuff happening.
We will figure it out. I have a bit of a time limit tomorrow, but it'll be manageable, so don't worry.
Okay.
All will work
If
out
not,
fine.
we can do it some other day if all else fails.
But I think we can still do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. With that, Bombshell, goodbye.
Nice to see you all.
Bye, guys. Nice to see y'all. Yes.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.